Okay, now this is a video, and it has a picture of a gas station in it. It's called Fuse. They would call it Fusey. They would call it Fusey or County Line Fusey. It's like a gas station. It's like in the city of Warrior, Alabama. Because I have a marriage license, and sometime between 2004 and 2006, you know, I tried to get a job at the grocery store that was by the house or the apartments that I was living in at 402 May Circle, Cane Creek. The people at the grocery store were very mean to me. It was a lady named Belva, and it was a lady named Donna, I think, that was there, and they were supposed to be the people according to what, you know, I seen when I was there that would give people jobs and stuff like that. They would make the schedules, or it was supposed to be the supervisors or the bosses of the store or something like that. And Belva said that I was just a bum and a nothing and a nobody or something like that. She was very mean to me. And the Donna, the lady that called herself Donna, her name was supposed to be Donna Russell, you know. Well, she didn't give me a job either or any of it. So, I would have to drive from different cities, more than 40 miles, more than 50 miles sometimes to different cities, with the temp service and the staffing service and stuff like that, because the people, that were right there, they were right there. I was at the apartment at 402 May Circle. It was a grocery store. It was probably less than 5 miles away from the house. It was like in the walking distance. And, they didn't want me to work there. It's like, I don't know, you know. It's like, they made me feel real bad about myself. But thank God, it was a gas station called Fusey. And it was, in the city of Warrior, Alabama. And I worked at the store, and I didn't really get to work there a long time because with my body being hurt in my leg and my back and all of the injuries, from being abused all the time. I don't even know if I was able to work there for even 3 months. I don't even know if it was 2 months. But I'm just glad that I had a chance to have a job, because as you can see on the screen, it says between 2004 and 2006. With that marriage license, I worked at the store as much as I could for a family, because at the apartment, I had a marriage license. And so the girl was supposed to be my wife, like when you have a marriage license, it's supposed to be your wife. She not supposed to be somebody else's wife. She not supposed to be somebody else's girlfriend. She not supposed to be having sex with other people and having children and babies with other people. No, that's not what's supposed to be happening. So, I would, make videos and music and productions and stuff like that. And I would be studying online and doing homeschool since way back then. And I'm still, productive in doing stuff from home now, and it's kind of like I'm still in homeschool because, whenever you're online learning about stuff and studying stuff, it's kind of like homeschool. At least that's how it was, taught to me that, online on the internet learning about this or that or that or this, whatever you call it or whatever, and having a skill to show for it or whatever. So, I worked at this store and, for a family, and, it was people that she called like her sisters or her family members and stuff like that. And when I would work at the store, I always tried to share with them, because like I would be like, oh, well, somebody need to watch the baby if I'm gonna be at work. And then, the girl that was there with me, said that she wanted to go to work for those people that did not like me. I don't know why she would want to work for those people that did not like me and the people that said I couldn't work at the store and the people that was being mean to me. But since she said that she wanted to go to work with them, I don't know why. I didn't try to stop her because I believe in a person's right to choose, and I wouldn't want to seem like a bully that was telling her that she couldn't go to work if she liked those people so much and wanted to help their business. So, I worked on my own business, and with the child being at the apartment at 402 May Circle, during those years of 2004 and 2006, um, I tried to help, her family because when I would get money from the store, you know, this County Line Fuel Z store, I would always come back in the apartment and check on the baby and make sure that her sister had money and stuff like that because, I didn't have her watching the baby. It was Yatrell Johnson. I did not have her watching the baby for free, you know, because, they always said you're not supposed to mix business with pleasure and you're not supposed to mix business with outside family and stuff like that. So, keeping it professional, like, even though they said that you're her sister and all of that, even though he's supposed to be your nephew or your family member because, your sister's baby is supposed to be related to you and stuff like that. Like, I was like, nope, I'm going to pay you for watching the child because whether you're related to him or not, it was a job for you to babysit. And I did not have sex with her, and I did not molest her, and I did not even touch her at all. Because even if a person was inside of your apartment, even if a person was inside of your bed, even if a person was inside of your home or your car, it does not give you the right to have sex with them, even if it's your wife's sister or cousin or any of that. Because whenever they would try to say it's your wife or your wife's sister or your wife's cousin or stuff like that, I would never touch them or try to have sex with them at all because, the evidence is I never did. And it's crazy because, since 2004, the year that I got a marriage license and I started, learning how to, provide for a family, with a newborn baby, of course, because that's the year that Yatrell was born, August 31st, 2004. Stuff like that, it's the day his birthday, you know, it's August 31st, 2004. Like, it was an experience that, I never had before because coming from a hospital with a newborn baby, I'm like, ooh, what do I do? What do I do? And that is why I said, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to have any more children. It's scary. I mean, like, I don't know what to do. It's like, like I don't want to, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to scratch him. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's like, they would just be like, just love him. Just love him. Pick him up and love him. Pick him up and love him. And so, I'm like, Okay, well, it's crazy. So, I stayed in those apartments, until the year of 2006. And sometime in the year of 2006, I had moved from those apartments because, like I was saying, how the people was being mean to me and they did not let me work at the store, at the grocery store. You know, it's like they had started saying that crazy stuff to me, the people. They was like, they was saying that they was having sex with my wife or with my girlfriend. They was being real disrespectful. Like, instead of like, you know, acknowledging that I am married and that I have a marriage license. They was doing that crazy stuff, talking about something they was having sex with your wife or with your children. And then they was trying to tell me that the children are not my children and somebody else's children. It's crazy. It was very disrespectful the way, that they would speak about me. And as a young dad, because, I was doing the job of a dad, having a place with the rent paid, bringing food, not bringing other girls or guys in and having sex with them or making children with them. So since I did my job, it became, a problem in the apartments and in the neighborhood when I was there because, people being mean to me, and being forced to drive 40 and 50 miles back and forth to work, over 100 miles a day, whenever I would be able to work. So it wouldn't be every day. It's just whenever I would have the energy, I would try. And it would just do something to my brain or to my mind, of course, because they would be like, yeah, while he at work, they having sex with his wife. Yeah, while he gone, somebody else be, doing his women. And like, as a mental health patient, being paranoid and, not really understanding because, since I was already sexually abused and molested and stuff, it's like it was still sexual abuse because telling me, stuff to hurt me mentally and sexually, I was told that it was sexual abuse because being married, if they actually were having sex with your wife and stuff like that, it's sexual abuse and mental abuse because I would not like them doing it. And if they were not having sex with your wife, it's still sexual abuse because just teasing you and telling you stuff like that can be heartbreaking and emotionally damaging to a person that's already a mental health patient. That's the way it was explained to me. So, I left the apartments, and I kept on learning and studying online about production. Sometimes I would go to the library, sometimes I would go, other places. But I didn't make any single moms and I didn't participate in any sexual activity, having sex with underage people. No, I did not. And I believe in God, of course. And I love you all. Believe me, I do. And this is a video about my work history because I would not want to appear as a deadbeat dad. And I would not want, the wrong type of relationship. So, I am 38 years old today, and I am not suicidal, and I am not a threat to myself or others, of course, because I don't have any victims of any sex crimes or any violent crimes, because, I don't bully people or anything. And since I'm not part of any groups or organizations or, like gangs or frats and stuff like that, since I'm not in a gang and I'm not in a frat or any of those groups like that, when I say I don't have any victims of sexual abuse or I don't have any victims of violence, it's not because somebody covered for me. It's not because I'm part of a group or any of that. It's just because I don't, you know.